Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Time Out with Sports Adda. Good morning, Yash. How was the experience? How was the game yesterday for you? Were you happy with the result?
Um, I was I was kind of happy, but at the same time, I expected a bit more competitive game than it
Hmm.
turned out to be in the end. But
Hmm.
yeah, Kolkata played really well for the 2 points and important 2 points for them.
Important 2 points for them. Important to get back to winning ways for them. Morning yesterday, we saw the stat where we saw that Kolkata were dominating this
Yeah.
encounter previously also. So they've continued the trend. Is it like a bogey team for Punjab now, where they can't get one past opposite team?
It is like Kolkata know that 2 points are already in the kitty just before the match happens. And Owen Morgan at the toss, I remember when he won the toss, I think the Simon Dool was the officiate. He told that, are you happy winning the toss? So he's like, there's something that I'm winning finally, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, in the early late 90s, early 2000s, there used to be like bogey teams where South Africa at that time were like a dominating team in world cricket,
Yeah.
and they used to win against most teams except for one, which is Australia, and that is the team which stopped them in important matches. And that is how pattern in the league, in the Indian T20 league, is also shaping out. There are certain teams who have just got that stranglehold. How a Rafael Nadal had a stranglehold over a Roger Federer for so many years. Eh,
Yes.
It's starting to feel like that yesterday. But you're right. I mean, Ian Morgan got some runs. Finally, got some runs yesterday. He must be
Yes.
happy with his batting, right?
He's a fantastic player. He's a World Cup winning captain as well. So for a player of his experience, it was time that he played some good innings, and his team needed it yesterday. The way he played, he was there. He took the calculated risks, and he had the whole innings planned. He didn't play any rash shots, and
Hmm.
with the start that they had, Owen Morgan definitely showed up to the occasion.
Yeah, well, Punjab usually have got good starts from their captain KL Rahul, and the moment he seems to struggle, two things happen: Punjab struggle, and our producer is also very unhappy. Both of them are like so they like KL Rahul a lot, and they are dependent on how KL Rahul performs. So Punjab seem to struggle when Rahul doesn't score. Right, that is a major concern for them.
I just completely started focusing when you said about the producer because I was wondering when will you be taken off air on this show by the producer. No, but speaking of KL Rahul, he is a match winner, and in T20 format, he is one of the most extraordinary and most glamorous batsmen. The way he plays big innings. He's just not
Hmm.
there to compete. He's there to win, and that's what he's proved over the years. Now, yesterday I felt that generally I've been feeling this that Punjab is highly dependent on the openers, and they
Yeah.
don't have that balance. Like I saw a Kane Williamson in Hyderabad, he
Hmm.
provides that extra bats, what do you say, experience in the middle order. The
Yeah.
same thing is missing in Punjab. That's what I felt. And KL Rahul, every day he cannot score a 50, as we all know.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
an off day for him, and Punjab suffered, as we saw.
Well, they do have an option, handy option in their dressing room who can be ready to come in. David Malan is the
Yes.
number one T20 batsman in the world. Do you think it might, Anil Kumble and management might look at options of getting him into the team and maybe breaking up the opening pair, getting Malan to open, getting maybe a Rahul or a Mayank to bat down? So at least if Nicholas Puran and everybody had some backups.
Absolutely. This is something that I have been thinking since the first game. I understand the first game they were going with the combination that they started in the previous IPL and they had a fixed team. But after a couple of defeats, they should have taken it. The hard changes have to be made, the tough decisions have to be taken. And as we know, David Malan is the number one batsman, and he has been a number one batsman for quite a while now. It's not just
Yeah.
that he's just now come up the ranks. He has been
Yeah.
performing very well for England, and he's a batsman similar like KL. He can bat through the innings, and you will never know when he gets those two boundaries in 1 over, like we saw in the
Hmm.
T20 series against India. So it's high time that they give Malan a chance. And through this platform, I would like to tell Mr. Kumble कि अगर आप देख रहे हो so please get David Malan
मलान
in.
को लेके आई है.
Malan को लेके आइए.
Fantastic. I was happy to see Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti bowl well together. They're both called as mystery spinners in their own way, and the way they got their wickets yesterday, I was very happy to see both of them starting to fire. But what about Kolkata's batting order? Do you agree with Sunil Narayan batting at number 4?
I mean, I personally don't agree to that. But yes, they might have taken that chance because they might have some game plan. We don't know what they were thinking. But technically speaking, Dinesh Karthik should be the man to come at number 4. I've been saying this over and over because the skill set that he possesses, he is someone who can literally win you a game out of any situation. He has played for a couple of franchises, and especially when he played for Mumbai Indians, he was very crucial when he came at number 3.
3,
So
yeah.
we know that how much of an impact he can have at those positions.
Okay, there might be a little concern while Kolkata won. There still might be a concern on their opening slot. Both Nitish Rana has at least had a couple of good innings where he's got over 50 runs, but he's
Yeah,
still not been able to give them the kind of explosive start that Kolkata would be hoping for. And
yeah,
obviously, now this is a sixth continuous game where Shubman Gill has not really gone off and like
yeah.
given them the start they're expecting from. So areas of concern still for Kolkata, not like totally happy.
100% that these are the most important players, your top two, top three players, and
They
out of
drive
them
your
I can
team,
see,
yeah.
yeah, and out of them I can see a Rahul Tripathi taking the responsibility. He's not someone who has been playing IPL so regularly. He was fantastic in the 2016 edition, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong, or the 17 edition. Yeah,
17,
17
yeah.
edition. Yeah,
Pune.
he was fantastic. Yeah, but after that he has not been playing so much regularly in the IPL. But this year he's got an opportunity to bat at number 3. That's one of the most important positions in any state of the match. So he's taken that responsibility, and I just feel that if he's given a chance to open, or probably a Sunil Narayan, if they want to take that risk,
Yeah.
it could pay dividends to them.
Yeah, totally agreed with that. So yes, important result for Kolkata yesterday, and like, should we move on to today's game, which is like a blockbuster game in the middle of the week, in coming a midweek. Virat Kohli coming up against Rishabh Pant today. So looking forward to that game. Any particular contest, any particular players that you look forward to in both these teams?
I personally wanted to see Ashwin, but now that he is backed out of the IPL, it is.
He's been
I
bowling
mean,
beautifully, isn't it?
he was bowling brilliantly, and we know that Ashwin has so many variations, and he has so much control over those variations. He's not just someone who just bowls all the balls. Like I can
Yeah.
say Varun Chakravarti is someone who has a lot of variations, and he tries
Hmm.
everything. That's what I feel. But with Ashwin, he has a game plan. He has a set game plan to particular batsmen, and Ashwin is an old fox, so we know the way he goes and takes his game.
Yeah. So what changes do you see from in the Delhi lineup? If you can have the Delhi lineup from last match, they have multiple options on the bench there. They have Chris Vokes, they have Andre Norkie, who's now fit to play. So what
Yeah.
changes do you envisage? This is again going to be at Ahmedabad, and we saw the pitch
Yes.
yesterday's game at Ahmedabad. We saw that the pitch was not really very helpful to the batsmen. So if you were the captain, what are the kind of changes you would look for here?
See, looking at the match fitness, like you just mentioned, Anoke is a very good bowler, and he could provide that zip in the bowling lineup. And we saw yesterday there was some help to the pace bowlers, like Shivam
Yeah.
Mavi when he bowled with the new ball, he was just hitting it on the
Yes.
seam, and the ball did the rest because the pitch is fresh. So yeah, it takes time to settle in. So I can understand a Nokia coming in place of a Shimron Hetmeyer if they want to take that call. And Lalit Yadav is the other option. He will definitely make way for Ravichandran Ashwin. He's the out and out replacement for Ashwin at the moment.
But Lalit Yadav, will he be able to bowl 4 overs, especially with so much dew that we saw in the second half? I don't think it is possible to replace somebody like an Ashwin. But I mean, would you go for a bowler who like a Norke who can give you 4 solid overs, who's experienced in bowling in conditions which are like with a lot of heavy dew? Or would you go for somebody like a Lalit Yadav who can bat well and might give you an option of closing games in the end, but whose 4 overs you can't rely on? And now that you know that Stoinis is also your fifth bowler in case
Yeah.
there's nobody else, and Yadav, would you take that risk?
No, no, no. You made a very good point here, actually. Nokia is much more reliable. when it comes to the bowling lineup, as good as Rabada, because last season
Yeah,
these two were the reasons why they reached the finals. So many wickets they took
yeah,
among themselves, around 40 wickets between them.
yeah.
So yeah, they are very important, and Noki, I feel he should get a chance, but it still depends on Ponting. He is someone who has his own, thinking skill set, and let's see what he does.
Yeah, if I were in the management, I would get a Chris Wokes probably in place of Ashwin because he might be the closest replacement where you can get 4 overs, good overs from him. Get it if
Yeah,
the ball is swinging and nipping around, Wokes can be used, and he is still a much bigger hitter than
Ashwin.
anybody down the order
Yeah,
for Delhi.
yeah,
So that might just be a it might be a game changing one because you need
it
somebody
would
to
be.
bowl in due with conditions in due. So that is my feeling. What about the Bangalore lineup? They might not be very concerned after one loss. Do you
Yeah.
see any changes there?
Here, looking at their lineup, I don't think there could be any change. Looking at the lineup, I think that's perfect for now because they've just lost that one game, although it was a big defeat for them. But I think they'll bounce back stronger. They need to just figure out who's going to come at number three because
Hmm.
they have been switching and being making the batting go up and down all the time. Sometimes I've seen
Hmm.
Washington Sundar come at number three and he
Hmm.
failed big time in the last game. He's
Hmm.
not a person who can hit the ball from the word go. You need
Hmm.
to give him time, and he's someone who takes his time. We've seen in
Hmm.
the test as well and in the one days as well, the way he plays in the Vijay Hazare. He takes his
Hmm.
time. He's not someone who will just go out and out. So I feel that they need to make sure that who is at number three, they need to fix that position. Like a Maxwell, then
Hmm.
it has to be Maxwell. Keeping it, keeping changing it, all the time, it won't work for them.
Yeah, I think if I were looking at it from a Bangalore management point of view, I would probably get in one Indian batsman like a Patidar or
Patidar, yeah,
Shahbaz to
yeah,
consistently play at that number three spot, like you said. You give him that reassurance that you will get 3 4 games depending on the match situation, obviously.
yeah,
But I think there is some stability now coming into the Bangalore lineup with Virat and Padikkal opening. Maxwell getting enough runs at number four. De Villiers, well, he's Superman. So you bat him at number 11 and he will still win you games from there. So at
easily.
least this stability is quite reliable. If they find one more Indian batsman who can give them handy contributions at number three, then I think Bangalore will be very happy. Uh, Okay, great. So, any particular contest between the batsman versus bowler that you're looking for? I'm looking for Rabada bowling to Padikkal because while
Yeah.
Padikkal has been getting runs on the front foot and pulling balls, short of length balls, Rabada is a different challenge, right? He's a little
Yes,
quicker
yes.
than most people that we see.
I was going to bring this to light as well because Rabada and Padikkal, they are on top of their games. Although Rabada didn't have a great game last time around, but Rabada, we know how quick he is. Like you mentioned, he has that extra bounce and pace. And looking at the pitch that we saw yesterday, there was something in the pitch for the fast bowlers early on. So you could see Devdutt Padikkal, although he's in great form, he could struggle up top. With the ball swinging away from him. If Rabada can make the ball do the talking, it will be fantastic to see these two compete against each other.
Absolutely. I'm also looking forward to one contest is if Rishabh Pant gets to bat in the middle order, which usually if he comes in say around 10th over or something, then I'm actually looking forward to him taking on the Bangalore spinners. Both
Yeah,
he's kept wickets very recently to both Yazuvendra Chahal as well as Washington Sundar.
Yeah,
He's given them a lot of advice from behind the wicket, saying that bowl
yes,
like this, bowl like that. This is not happening, that is not happening. So, and I think both of them are intelligent bowlers.
yes,
Rishabh likes to attack the spinners. He's been attacking most spinners since December. Nathan Lyon, Moeen Ali,
yeah,
Dom Bess. He's managed to do that with everyone.
yeah,
But the Indian spinners is what is going to be a big challenge for him. The Ahmedabad ground is also quite fairly large on
yeah.
both sides. It's not an easy boundary to clear. So I'm looking forward to that contest.
I personally feel Yuzvendra Chahal will have the upper hand over Rishabh Pant. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I just feel this because Chahal is much more experienced and uh, recently he's got his form back. In the last couple of games, he's bowled really well. So he's got
Yeah.
his momentum and he's got more control over his bowling in the last two games. We have seen him bowl, extremely well in the Bangalore wicket and on the Bangalore ground. Although we know it's a batting pitch and the dimension of the ground
Small
is very
ground.
small, but still he has been a very successful bowler out there. So I think if Rishabh Pant and Yuzi have a contest, I'll vouch for you, Yuzi.
Okay, fantastic. And we also have the purple cap holder still going, who's going to be playing the
Yes.
game. He's not. He's had a bad game last time. Do you think he'll have some kind of worry coming into this game and maybe think back to such a bad over, or that is something that these professionals will just forget and say we'll move on and focus on what is happening today?
See, being a professional, yes, we have to keep everything where it's done. Like if I've given 36 in an over, can take examples of Stuart Broad as well. He was hit for 36 in an over, and a year later he captained the England T20 team. So
Hmm.
you can turn your career around that way. But speaking of Harshal Patel, firstly he's an uncapped player, so it really you need to reach there. You need that much. You're not that level headed at one point, and you were hit for so bad. 37 runs in one over. It will make you feel a bit nervous when you go out and against such a good batting lineup with Shikhar and all in some fantastic form. It will give him some nerves. But I feel Harshal Patel is doing so well that he'll believe himself that I'm picking wickets. So I'll back myself and I'll back my abilities. Maybe if God's grace, if I was hit for 37, this will be a match where I'll do something better.
Okay, fantastic. So before we close today's show, who's your pick for today's game? Who are you backing?
I'm backing the Delhi Capitals. I don't know, people might be surprised by my pick, but Delhi Capitals it is because they look in, they are pretty confident. All their batting and bowling, it's pretty set. You don't need to
Hmm.
make a lot of changes. Yes, I agree, Ashwin is missing, but I think Lalit Yadav will make sure that there is some stability in the innings, and I'll back Delhi today.
Okay, Delhi, it is for me also, and fantastic to
Fantastic.
have you on the show. Let's see
Thank
what
you.
the results come out, and look forward to seeing you back tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching Time Out with Sports Adda.
Thank you, Akhil.